I remember the first time I went on a cruise. I had saved up for months, had everything planned to a T. The excitement was unreal. Stepping onto the ship, watching the world get smaller and smaller as we set sail. But there was this one nagging thought in the back of my head. It wasn't about the weather, or the food, or whether I'd get seasick. It was the what ifs. You know, those little, sneaky doubts that creep up in your brain. What if something goes wrong? What if my luggage gets lost? What if I get sick? Or worse, what if I miss the ship? And that's when I remembered something that I hadn't thought about in a while. Travel insurance. I know, it sounds boring. You'd rather just not think about it, right? It feels like something for old people or people who are paranoid about everything. But I learned the hard way that not thinking about it can leave you in a world of stress. So let me tell you about that first cruise experience. Everything was going smoothly, right? I mean, I was living my best life lounging by the pool, making new friends, soaking up the sun. Then, a few days in, I felt it. That tickle in my throat. And that's when panic set in. At first, I brushed it off. It's probably nothing, I thought. But it kept getting worse. I started running a fever. My whole body ached. I felt like I was hit by a truck. I didn't want to ruin my vacation, but I was getting seriously worried. My throat was so sore that even swallowing water hurt. I kept thinking, what if this is more than just a cold? What if I need to go to a hospital? And then it hit me I was on a cruise in the middle of the ocean. There's no immediate access to a doctor, and if I needed serious treatment, I'd be stuck out there with no way to get help quickly. That's when I remembered the travel insurance I bought. I hadn't thought much about it before. It seemed like an afterthought, just something to take off the list when I was booking everything. But now, I was so relieved I had it. I didn't have to worry about medical expenses. I didn't have to wonder if I could get home safely if I needed to. I was able to go to the onboard clinic, get checked out, and even get medication to feel better. It was one of the most surreal moments of my life, feeling so vulnerable, yet having this small safety net under me. Sure, I could have taken a risk, shrugged it off, and hoped nothing happened. But the truth is, when you're in a foreign place, with limited access to healthcare, things can spiral fast. You don't want to wait until you're stuck in a bad situation to realize you should have planned for it. The lesson here is simple life is unpredictable, and travel is no exception. Cruises are amazing, don't get me wrong, but they can be tricky when things don't go according to plan. I'm grateful that I had that travel insurance to cover me in case of something unexpected, like that nasty illness. And you know what? It wasn't even that expensive. A small price to pay for peace of mind. I don't take chances anymore. Ever since that cruise, I always buy travel insurance. And I don't just buy any travel insurance. I trust Auras.insure. They have saved me from so much stress, and I genuinely use it every time I travel. I don't want to sound like a sales pitch, but if you're booking a trip soon, especially something as big as a cruise, trust me, it's worth it. I never want to be stuck in a situation where I don't feel covered. It's a simple step, but it makes all the difference. So, if you're thinking about going on a cruise or any trip where the stakes feel a little higher, give it a thought. Maybe even check out Auras.insure. I promise you'll be thankful if something unexpected happens. You don't want to regret not having it. Take care of yourself. Travel smart.